Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotion, and thank you again so much for our time together. We're looking forward to Revival Nights at Main Campus this next week. We'll see you starting tomorrow night as we continue to look at the beauty of the Father's grace. Right now, let's go back to the book of 2 Chronicles chapter 11 with a little thought that I call loyalty is going to cost you something. Doing right is going to cost you something. Beginning with verse 12. The priests and the Levites from all their districts throughout Israel sided with him. The Levites even abandoned their pasture lands and their property and came to Judah and Jerusalem because Jeroboam and his sons had rejected them as priests of the Lord, and he appointed his own priests for the high places and for the goat and the calf idols he has made. Those from every tribe of Israel who set their hearts on seeking the Lord, the God of Israel, followed the Levites to Jerusalem to offer sacrifices to the Lord, the God of their fathers. They strengthened the kingdom of Judah and supported Rehoboam, son of Solomon, 3 years, walking in the ways of David and Solomon during this time. I'd like you to notice that when the kingdom split between the 2 tribes and the 10 tribes, and Jeroboam set up his false worship system and set up his calf and his goat idols and set up his own priesthood that had nothing to do with the Levites, the people of Israel had to make some decisions. The priesthood had to make a decision first, the spiritual leadership. Will they follow rebellion because there's money there, or will they follow the true king? Loyalty cost them their homes, their properties, their livestock. Loyalty cost them something. One of the things that you're going to learn in life is that loyalty is always going to cost you something. There's going to come a time in each one of our lives when we have to decide that we're going to be loyal to something God has called us to do, or people God has called us to be with. And it's going to cost you something. And you have to make a decision. I'm going to be loyal. And then the people of Israel, in that area of the 10 tribes that Jeroboam had taken over, they had to make a decision. Am I going to be loyal to God? Am I going to be loyal to the spiritual leadership God has placed over my life? And many of them answered yes. And they followed the priest to Jerusalem, where they continued to worship God properly, and not at the new temple that Jeroboam built, and not at the altars of the calves and the goat idols. Loyalty is always going to cost you something. Now, brothers and sisters, in every relationship, loyalty is to be worn. We adorn ourselves with loyalty as a beautiful pendant, the book of Proverbs says, that we wear around our neck. Loyalty adorns us. Loyalty is a word people don't like to talk about today. But these priests showed loyalty to the king and to the temple. The people showed loyalty to the spiritual leadership God had placed over their lives and refused to follow the false worship system that had been set up. And each one of them lost money. Each one of them sacrificed many things. But you cannot serve God and mammon. Loyalty is going to cost you something.